This is how I teach my piano unit to grades K through 6. Hi, my name is Chelsea from Teaching in Pearls. I am a 10th year elementary music teacher, and this is how I teach my piano unit to grades K through 6. So I have made this up completely on my own, completely using trial and error over the past few years. During COVID, we were granted some funds that we had to use for music, and so I decided to get a bunch of keyboards. So I have a class set of like 30 keyboards, I think. Is it 20? It's like 28 or 30 now because a couple are broken. But we've been using them for years, and I use them with the whole school. And then I have headphones for all of them. The first year I taught pianos, I didn't have headphones. What a crazy idea that was. I can't believe I ever did that. But now each kid has their piano, they have their headphones. I'm very meticulous about the routine we use in order to get them out and put them away, especially with my little kids. So let me give you a demonstration of how I show it to my students. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly like if you were my students, how I would talk. And imagine that you're in kindergarten. Okay, when it's my turn, I'm going to stand up off my circle and I'm gonna walk slowly over here. Am I running? No. Am I walking? Yes. Okay, I'm going to go to the headphone box. I'm gonna grab my bag of headphones. And theoretically, the headphones are all zipped up because they're supposed to be, but apparently my last class missed a couple. And my headphone bag is closed. I'm gonna take my headphone bag, I'm gonna take it to my circle and set it down. Then I'm gonna go back for my piano and I'm gonna grab it with 2 hands, dos manos. I'm gonna go to the closet and I'm gonna grab my piano with 2 hands. I'm gonna walk to my seat. Am I running? No. I'm going to sit crisscross applesauce on my circle. And then, am I gonna dump my piano out from the sky? No. I'm gonna set it on the ground and gently slide it out of the box. Then I'm gonna put it on top of the box so that I have more room and so that it's closer to me. I don't have to bend over as far. I have a Velcro dot on my piano. Am I gonna touch it? No. No, if I see you pulling your Velcro dot off, you will not get to play the piano. After my piano is on the box, I'm gonna take my headphones. I'm gonna get them out of their bag. Plug the headphones in. Put the headphones on. And then I'm gonna click my piano on and turn my volume up. So I click it on, turn my volume up, and now I can play whatever I want. I can press the buttons. I can do whatever I want. When it's time to clean up, I'm gonna turn my volume on 0. I'm gonna turn my power off. I'm gonna take my headphones off. I'm gonna unplug my headphones and put them back in my bag. For the older kids, I tell them just to zip up their bag because they have the dexterity to do it. But for little kids, hold on. Then I'm gonna slide my piano in. Am I gonna dump my piano in from the sky? No, I'm gonna slide it in to be safe and careful. And then I'm gonna set my headphones in their bag on top of my box and wait for Miss Hillard to come help me. So then for the little kids, once they start cleaning up, as soon as I see that their headphones are on their box, I, walk over to whoever. I go, oh, I see so-and-so's being a respectful tiger. We're tigers, that's our school respect / mascot thing. Okay, here you go. And then I zip their bag up for them nice and then tell them, take your headphones back and then come back for your piano. So they return their headphones and then they come back for their piano. And I'm of course pointing out the whole time like, oh, I love how so-and-so's walking so carefully. I love how they're using 2 hands, blah, 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 all that stuff. I love how so-and-so's waiting quietly. But for my big kids, they kind of just pack it up on their own because they've been doing this for so many years that they know how to do it. But the first week that I play pianos with my big kids, I'm still very meticulous about it, just for the new kids. And then this is kind of how I teach piano. So the very first day of music, This is for K through 6. I let them play whatever they want on the pianos, which might sound like it's a waste of time or whatever. I mean, I really don't care how you perceive that because it's my classroom and I can do what I want. But the reason I do that is because when they get a whole bell to just play all the keys, press all the buttons, the piano like plays different songs and stuff, you can make it play jingle bells, all that stuff, then throughout the rest of the unit, I don't have as much of a problem with them wanting to do those things. If I don't allow them that time to do those things, then while I'm trying to teach them, I find that they're clicking on the songs, clicking on the beats, whatever. So I give them a whole bell to play whatever they want, and then the second class is when I introduce this lesson to grades 1 through 6. Here's my piano slideshow. It's very simple. So it just has a little welcome music thing, which is on the screen when they come in. And then this is a video. I got smart this year and actually recorded myself teaching my first piano lesson so that A, they had a close-up of my fingers versus watching me from the front of the room, and B, I could play it as many times as I want and save my voice because I'm repeating myself 28 times a week. But also I found it very helpful because while the video is playing, I can go around and help my ELL students, help my special ed students, and modify their pianos for them if I know that they need it, or whatever. I can go around and problem solve while the video is playing and everyone else is still engaged with learning. All pianos have black keys and white keys. You will see that they are in groups of 3 and 2, 3 and 2, 3 and 2. This keyboard has more keys than yours has, but it has the same exact keys. They just repeat more times. How many groups of 2 are on your keyboard? On my keyboard, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I found that by making a peace sign and finding all the groups of 2. How many groups of 2 are on your keyboards? 1, 2, 3. If you said 3, you are correct. How many groups of 3 are on your keyboards? On mine, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many do you have? If you said 4, then you are correct. So, whether you're on this big keyboard or this little keyboard or any piano that you ever see in the wild, all of them have the same notes, just sometimes they have more of the notes or less of the notes. To be able to play any song, you just need to be able to find the letter D, and the letter D is really easy to find because you take your peace sign, you find a group of 2, and this is the doghouse. Give me a peace sign, put it on a doghouse. Give me a peace sign, find another doghouse. Give me a peace sign, find another doghouse. Give me a peace sign, find another doghouse. And another one. On yours, how many doghouses do you have? You have 1, 2, 3 doghouses. Find the middle doghouse. This is the doghouse that we're going to use the most. And D is in the doghouse. If you can find the doghouse by using your peace sign, you can always find D. D is in the doghouse. This is middle D on your keyboard. This is high D on your keyboard. And this is going to be low D on your keyboard. Turn your keyboard on. Make sure your volume is up. Put your peace signs on top of the doghouse, but don't press down. Just place them on there. There's no noise coming. Now, find D with one finger and play middle D. Our notes should sound exactly the same. Okay, lift your fingers up. Take your doghouse. Go to your top doghouse, your highest doghouse, and play this D. Great. Find your peace sign, find the lowest doghouse, and play this D. Now stop. Turn your piano back to 0 and off. And we're about to learn how to play our first song. So our first song we're going to play is Mary Had a Little Lamb, because there are only 3 notes in Mary Had a Little Lamb. Your middle finger is going to be on D. D is in the doghouse. Your
pointer finger is going to be on C, which comes right before D, C, D. And this finger is going to be on, what letter do you think this is? C, D, E. If you guessed E, you are correct. Just like the order of the ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. In music, there's no H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. It stops at G and starts over. A, B, C, D, E. To play Mary Had a Little Lamb, you only need to be able to find these 3 notes. I will put the pattern on the board for you, and as long as you know where D is in the doghouse is, you can find C, D, and E, and then you can play Mary Had a Little Lamb. E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, 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 E, 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 D, C, D, E, 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 D, D, E, D, C. You could also play it using high D. E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, 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 E, 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 D, C, D, E, 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 D, D, E, D, C. Or using your low D. E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, 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 E, 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 D, C, D, E, 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 D, D, E, D, C. Or you could play using 2 hands at the same time. Find both of your middle fingers, put them on this doghouse D, and play A, D, C, D, E, 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 D, 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 E, 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 A, D, C, D, E, 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 D, D, E, D, C. Now it's your turn. Practice playing Mary Had a Little Lamb using middle D, then using high D, then using low D, then try to do 2 hands at once. Once you can do 2 hands at the same time, raise your hand and I will come listen to you.
First grade does not really catch on a lot. It's more of just like getting them exposed to it and trying, but most of them cannot master this yet. Second grade, it's like 50% can master it. Third grade and above, everyone can pretty much. Even my students with cognitive delays, even my ELL students, like it's pretty not simple for them to master, but obtainable. They do, some of them have to work really hard to do it, but they usually can do it. So kindergarten, they pretty much get like 4 weeks of just experiencing the instrument. I do not try to teach them, note names or anything. Although if I can tell that a kindergartner, like a specific kindergartner, is very adept and very good at like reading, note recognition, I will try to get them to learn this first song with 3 fingers. But that's like very rare, and they usually can't master it, even if they're really good at letters, just because it's a complex concept for them. But the kindergartners really enjoy playing the pianos. I mean, they think they are just tearing the house down. They love listening to the little songs. Some of them will like make up their own songs. This year, one of my kindergartners recognized that Ode to Joy, which is built into the piano, has been in Cocomelon, and he like recognized the melody and remembered the words, and he sang this whole solar system song. It was the cutest thing ever. And I let them let their friends listen to what they're doing. They share headphones, all of that stuff. Our headphones actually plug into each other too, which is really cool. But yeah, kindergarten, they're just experimenting with the instrument for a few weeks, and then we put them away pretty much. All my 1st through 6th graders attempt or master playing Mary Had a Little Lamb. So here's my very shoddy setup. This is my Mary Had a Little Lamb packet. Once they master Mary Had a Little Lamb with 6 fingers, they move on to one of these pieces. Old MacDonald Had a Farm, It's a Busy Spider. And then this week, I don't usually get out one of my medium pieces, but it was someone's birthday, so I got it out yesterday, and I kept it out, and they seem to be doing pretty well with this. I have a bunch more over there that I'll show you guys, but I classify them as easy, medium, or hard based on easy has the letters written out. Medium has the letters written out, but also uses black keys. And then hard, you do not have the note names written out. You have to read treble clef. So these are modifications I've made for my pianos, and it has saved me a ton of time. I have these Mary Had a Little Lamb printouts, and they have a Velcro dot on them, and I laminated a bunch of Post-it notes that I wrote C, D, and E on to go on the piano. Let me show you how this works. I'm very proud of this. I actually just came up with this concept this year, because before what I was doing is taking these little thin sticky notes and putting like one said C, one said D, one said E on the keyboard, but like they wouldn't stick after a day, and it was so tedious to write them down. This is so much better, and I'm very proud for thinking of this system. So like I said, I put Velcro dots on all of my instruments. It should be above the letter D unless the students have somehow gotten it off of that. The Velcro dot lines up perfectly right here, and then when it's time to pack up, it just goes right back on the paper. So they have this, they have their notes, and then all they have to do is match the notes. So here's E, here's D, here's C. E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, 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 E, 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 D, C, D, E, 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 D, D, C. And voila. Most of my students are expected to play that song with both hands, 2 octaves, so you're playing 2 E's at the same time, 2 D's at the same time, 2 C's at the same time, using 6 fingers. I don't typically let them get away with using 2 fingers, like 1 on each hand, unless they are cognitively delayed or have clearly have some kind of physical delay with their hands, which I do have a couple kids that has seemed to be a problem with. But after that first lesson, it's kind of just self-paced at that point. And here are all the other songs. These are literally just songs that I got off the internet and then printed a bunch of copies and laminated them and then put them into these little folders. We have London Bridge, we have Row, Row, Row Your Boat uses black keys, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star uses black keys, and then here's my hard ones, Jingle Bells, Up on the Housetop, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, because the first time I taught this unit, it was right around Christmas time, and although we celebrate all winter holidays, they love these songs, even if they don't celebrate Christmas, although 99% of our students do. They love learning these songs. And honestly, I've only ever had 3 kids get to these songs. So if it comes to the point where more students are getting to this piece, then I'm going to have to get some different options. But they love learning these songs because they're just so familiar to them, especially my ELL students all know them. And I have found that one new challenge of this year, because we have a huge influx of Hispanic students. We went from having 50 at the beginning of last year to almost 200 right now, huge influx. And most of them are newcomers, so they're immigrants that just got to the country. They're really good at being able to play the songs by matching the notes. That's not an issue. They're brilliant children. The issue is that a lot of them actually don't know these nursery rhymes, which why would they? They're English nursery rhymes for the most part. And I'd say it's 50-50. Half of them do know them, but the half of them that don't, it makes it a lot harder because they are just following the notes, but they don't know the melody to when my other kids are figuring out Mary Had a Little Lamb, they know what Mary Had a Little Lamb sounds like. So if they're playing random notes, they know that doesn't sound like Mary Had a Little Lamb. If you don't know what Mary Had a Little Lamb sounds like, you don't know if you're close or not because you have no friend. That's like when my kids are oh, I learned how to play this song from this video game, and they play it for me and I'm good job. I don't know what that song sounds like, so I don't know if they're doing it right, type of thing. My next goal for either this year or next year is to figure out some Spanish nursery rhymes that would be really familiar to them for the kids that don't know Mary Had a Little Lamb. Anyways, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, actually just questions and comments, you can keep your concerns to yourself, about how I teach piano, I would love to answer them for you. I have some students who have become very proficient in piano. What's really cool is when kids come back to me on a Monday or after the summer, after break, and they're I played this song at home, or I played this song at my grandma's house, or I played this song at Sam's Club, or stores that had pianos out. And because I teach them Diaz in the Doghouse, they know how to play. They definitely know Mary Had a Little Lamb. It's muscle memory for them, but they know how to find the different notes and stuff. So it's so cool. I wish more of my students were at the point where they could read the treble clef and transfer themselves that way and play that way. But unfortunately, I only see them once a week for 40 minutes. Our attendance is terrible and retention is really challenging in that scenario. So it's hard to progress, but I am very proud of the progress that they've made throughout the years, and they work so hard and they all just really enjoy it. They love playing. I love fostering little musicians. Hopefully this was helpful. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, let me know here in the comments and I'll get back to you when I can. And especially if you know any Spanish nursery rhymes that are not a lot of notes, like Mary Had a Little Lamb is 3 notes, then let me know because I need those ASAP. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are.